Hello, hello. We are here, and the thing's not come up. Great, brilliant. Wait, let's try that now. There we go. No? Yes. Yes. Perfect. Here we are then, in Imola. It's the third time we're going to be here for this race weekend. And it's Tier 3. I'm once again joined by Will Swan.
The goat.
The goat himself. And we'll head down to the track that you can see here. 3.05 mile long track, 3 sectors of course, like any other. Top speed of 189 miles an hour, and quite a big elevation change here. 19 turns, and we're going to head now into qualifying. And here are your tyres available to the drivers today. We have the C4, C3, and C2 compounded tyre, and I think we're ready to go. Once this eventually changes over. Oh, the weather's actually pretty similar in the intro to the game.
Wow, that's so fascinating.
It's so cool. Oh,
Who's coming? Is that Luke Martin coming on first?
It
If
could
not,
be.
the AlphaTauri's got in front. Never mind.
The overlay isn't working. Oh no, it is. Let's go.
Surely not. The overlay isn't working though, is it?
No, it is.
Wow. You've even got driver number 60 and driver number 6 on there.
Wait, something's happening with my Streamlabs though. Hang on. Oh, stop bugging out. Alright. Who's out first? Who have we got?
One of the AlphaTauris, don't know which one. His in-game name is Mize. I don't know his name though. Hannestad? Hannestad, I think.
Hannestad. Yes, it is Hannestad. And of course, not the Q1, Q2, Q3 layout like we have in Tier 1 in Tier 3, thank God, because that would take a while. Hannestad actually nearly put it into the barrier there, but just about saved it. As he'll come around now to start his first flying lap, and the first flying lap of the session. Let me try and figure out what button I'd binded everything to here. Here we are.
Connor,
hello.
predictions for pole. Go on.
For pole.
Yeah.
Ooh. Best? No bias here.
No, I would have to say best. Like, I'm not biased at all, but I think that best's definitely going to get pole.
But we also saw Puthran put in a great lap time, like in Bahrain. But I think it'll be close between at the top. Fastest sector 1, of course, for Hannestad, who was actually invalidated, I think. Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
So next, behind him is his teammate. Yeah, Hugo Magnussen, who hasn't.
I think one man you cannot count out though is Ducat, because you know he showed fantastic speed last week, getting P5. I mean, that's just wow, incredible,
lad. Absolute mad lad. Also, yeah, as it's been pointed out, Rosu isn't in the session. It's just someone that hasn't changed their name or their number. Sorry.
Oh dear.
Who is that? Who's the Haas in P4 currently? Magnussen invalidated.
It is Noah Masic.
No, Masic. Who's behind this AlphaTauri? I think it's Kingma.
Well, it's a Ferrari now.
It's a Ferrari now, yeah.
It's not Livingston, it's Cassie.
There he is, Ben Cassie, the Ferrari team. Is he on a lap? I think he is on a lap. And he's going to be the first person to set a lap. And what is it going to be? It's a 117.0.
It's not the best one I've ever seen.
And next cross line is Kingma, who set a slow lap. But Best actually putting in a lap as well, a 19.5. But who's that? Kosev going fastest of the session so far, 16.7 for him. As that isn't Pavic, is it? Who's in the Aston?
No, right. There's an absence of Pavic tonight, right? So don't mention his name. I'm very upset about him not being here.
Nielsen though going up into P2 as well, onto the front row for him. There's a few guys not putting in the right numbers here. Just want to confirm that as ooh. Now Alpine nearly took out an Alfa Romeo there. That was very close. Livingstone going up into P5 now. It was Luke Martin crosses the lines, put himself ahead of the Alfa Romeo of Kosev. Let's see, what is Kosev's number? 60. Is that right? If there's any admins in chat, then tell me if that's right, because that could.
How's he retired? How's Adolf retired? What's happened?
Who's that?
Adolf's retired. Wait, I think the Red Bull Sergeant's about to pass him, so you might see there.
I do
I think
believe
he's went off the wall.
we have Kelsey Best here pushing on for another lap. Purple sector 1, purple sector 2. This is
My
second
God.
attempt.
Oh, he's 3 seconds down.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't think he is because he's
Oh,
gone to
I
the top
think
of the
he is.
timing screen. Oh, down. You say down instead of okay, up. Okay.
Yeah, nice one, Connor.
Maybe you say it wrong.
No, I
5
don't.
tenths clear of Luke Martin. For
Now,
that
if he's
time.
down on his time, he's doing better. Numbnuts.
Yeah, but people say up.
Yeah, well, they're wrong.
Well,
Francis just went P2, has he not?
Puthran has, so it's a 2-3 for Mercedes at the moment. There's that Sargent now going up into P6 as well ahead of his teammate Ice Cream. Who is 10? Who's 10th? Hiker. Oh yeah.
Hiker.
Connor is awoken from the Des. Cope. See if I can. The man of the hour though, David Ducker, yet to set a time.
The man of the hour.
Of course he is, mate.
Yeah, in your absence, I've done all of your work for you, so... Greatest VTP on the planet, question mark.
Yeah. Was it hard?
Is it hard?
Yeah.
Oh god, no, it's easy.
Who's next to cross the line then? Is it Best coming into the pits? Who's behind him though? That
Smith.
Williams?
He's just spun. He's in the water. He's DNF'd. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Now you wouldn't. Now the question has been answered. Williams does have a W in it, but it also has 2 L's.
That's very true. Although I'm struggling to see the W.
Yeah. Anyway, Alfa Romeo, is that Hannestad? It is, but he's on a weird lap. Oh, he's coming in.
Wait, is Smith the only Williams driver tonight?
Yes, I think he might. Yeah, I think he is. Unless, who's in P20 at the moment? Is that?
There is no P20.
Okay, there is to me, but that's just the overlay. So yeah, he is
true.
the only Williams driver. So Williams are out of qualifying. Well, he did Pavitt's job, I guess.
That's very true.
Alright, the
He's
Ferrari leading them out. Who is that? That's Livingston.
Yes, it is. And behind you've got Hiker, and I think probably Kingma, if I had to guess. Yes.
Yeah, well, these guys are all on outlaps at the moment, so we'll stay on board with Livingston, or outboard, I should say, with Livingston, while he comes around the track, because he will be the first one to set a time in the final 10 minutes of qualifying.
And Livingston's red card does remind me of Man United, that shit team that Jeff Pavic has gone to watch instead of racing.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, his wheel's not broken. He's a liar.
Bit of an L there for Jeff Pavic.
Has Hiker spun or something, or is he just going so slow? I think he's just going slow. My bad.
But here we go, with Ben Cassie coming around the final corner now to start his second flying lap of the session. Currently P9.
Livingston, yeah.
Oh, Livingston, sorry. Not Ben Cassie. Sorry, P14 for Livingston at the moment. Maybe he can do better than that. So let's see. Looking very planted through the first few corners. As he'll come up to the end of Sector 1 now. You can see in the bottom left how he compares versus Kelsey Best Sector 1, the current provisional pole sitter. It's 2 tenths down on his time, but it's still putting him on the front row as it stands. But he's still got 2 more sectors to go here. As he flies up the hill into this very committed left-hander. It's very hard to get right all the time, I'd say. Not using the track to its full extent there, but sticking within the limits as he comes into back from Minerale, which is named Mineral Water. Don't ask me why.
Nice one, you can read Spanish. Oh, it's not even Spanish, is it? Okay, right, I'm retiring. I'll see you later.
Sector 3 yellow flag, not too sure that's what I think it's AlphaTauri letting the Ferrari go through. But as he come now into the first of the 2 Ravazzas. It's looking like a pretty solid lap here from Livingston. Could put him up in contention for the top of the leaderboard.
He needs to improve by about 1.5 seconds to get pole. Well, provisional pole. Ooh.
Oh, onto the front row though, only a 10th off. It's a good effort there.
Best improving through Sector 2.
Who's that guy behind it? Kingma. Up into
Best
P4 for him in the
best
Alpine.
shot ever sector 2 though.
We're going to keep on board with the guys coming across the line. It's next Ben Cassie. He's going to be completing his second lap of the session. Been bumped down to P11. Where can he improve to? It's P5 for him. And it's Aston Martin.
Hiker's not on a lap. It's Best. Best's next.
Here comes Best now. Up to the line. And it's a 15.8 for Best. Another 4/10 clear of the guy behind him. As who's that coming across the line now? I think that was Luke Martin. I don't think he improved on his lap from what I can see. Or is he on a lap? Kosev. Oh shit. Which one's Kosev?
Oh, he's won P2.
P2 for Kosev in the Alfa Romeo.
Someone spun final corner. Is that a Red Bull? Yes, Sargent spun.
Who's this?
Haas is coming across. Zerveld first.
I don't think they're...
Are they not? No, I don't think they are actually. You're right.
I think they're starting a lap. And Puthran isn't on a lap, I don't think. Even though it was a 16.4, it's not necessarily slow. But it looks like he's not got the ERS to do another lap here either.
It says he got 100% on my screen.
Oh, it was flashing for me. Oh!
Oh, was that contact?
I don't know, it looked like it might have been, yeah. Could have been contact there. Smelly chat, says Harris. Interesting.
Get Alex Harris out of here now.
Alright, who's next across the line then?
Luke Martin? No, he's went in the pits. Magnussen? No, he's on a slow lap. According to the game.
And I think he's going to be coming in. So maybe the Hasses, alright?
Yeah, probably Zerveld.
Zerveld's not on a lap.
They're
both invalidated. Is Puthran pushing on for another lap? No, he's not. So it should be Nilsson, who I think will be next to start a lap, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he's also got the goat duck up behind him.
Yeah, he's stuck it on a lap.
I think so, yeah.
Where is he? P18. Yes, he is on a lap. So let's stay on board with Duck. Here. 7/10 down on Kelsey Best Sector 2 time.
That can't be right, surely.
I
don't think Ducat's not pulling a 1:15.1 though.
No, 7/10 like the other down.
Oh right, okay. The wrong way.
Oh, he gets a bit of a snap out the final corner. Let's see what it's going to be. It's a what was that? 16.8 for Ducat, puts him into the top 10.
My gut. I think Unfi's just put a lap in. He's went P11.
P11 for Unfi. Who's next across the line? I think that's an AlphaTauri.
Hannestad's going in the pits. Maybe Magnussen in the pits too, so no one.
No one.
Who's the Aston Martin? Is that Hiker? He's on an outlap. Christ, no one's setting a lap.
So Nilsson, I think, now is on a push lap.
Serveld's invalidated again. I think Puthran's actually next.
Puthran?
Yep.
Yes, he is, because he did a back-off lap, I think. So he's saved up the RS, and he's pushing on for another one, but he's still 3/10 down on best time through Sector 2, and he's got a big snap out the chicane. That could call off his lap, maybe. But no, he's going to continue on. Is it going to be an improvement, though? That's the question. Mercedes will be looking for a good result here. He did have a good comeback from their team principal Luke Martin, but he comes into the pit, so next cross line will be Nilsson. Let's see what Nilsson can do. Oh, he's coming into the pits as well.
Ducat's on an in lap. There's a Unfi's behind him. He's on an in lap. Red Bull. He's invalidated. Wow.
So
I think Hiker.
Yeah, Hiker might be.
But he's had a horrifically slow sector 1 if he's on a lap. 11 seconds off the pace.
Yeah.
Hannestad's coming out now, but...
Yeah, I think Hannestad will be the next person to set a lap then.
Why has Sargent just crawled across the line? That's not going to do him any good. I'm very confused. Why is he not wanting in the pit lane? Oh, maybe he's waiting to do... I think he's doing an outlap and then he's going to do his hot lap at the end.
Is the stream... Does it look okay? Is it all running fine?
Well, I've just went on it and it looks totally fine to me.
Alrighty, I'll take your word for it. Chat, let me know if there's any issues.
Don't let them know if there's any issues.
Or don't. Just ruin your viewing
Your own viewing
experience.
experience.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think it's only you here anyway. Yeah, 26 Harris's in chat.
Got a special announcement to make. It's Max Housley, stop running your mouth, boy.
God damn it. Alrighty, here we go. Who's this? Hannestad? Yeah, Hannestad coming across the line now to start another lap, and it's going to be his final lap. And I think a few people are going to be starting their out laps to start their final laps session, and he needs to watch out not to get into any traffic here on his push lap because he's got a Alpine. Oof, he didn't really get out of the way in the best way he could, I don't think, but he does get past him.
It works.
Still works.
That's a spin sector 3, I think.
Oh, here he is. Jeff Pavic is in chat. I heard someone slacking off Man United. Who's P2? That is Kosev.
Yeah, it's Kosev.
And also Rosu is... Who's Rosu? P15?
P15 is Masic.
Masic.
Cassie's been disqualified for blocking the pit lane exit.
Wow. Okay. Well, there will be a restart, so if he wants to make a ticket on that, if it is an invalid penalty, it is a... the game said purple sector 2, so I don't believe it, but
you can't actually like stick him up a position and guess what his lap time is going to be, though.
No. So it will just go off his lap. If you can screenshot his lap time at the end of the session, like it'll still say it on the leaderboard.
Oh,
so
right, okay.
We can just put him there wherever he's meant to be. But here comes Hannestad up to the line for what I'm going to guess is his last lap of the session. Where does it put him? P6. A good last effort from the AlphaTauri driver. As who's that? Unfi? No.
No.
Who's that?
Kingma.
Kingma, P5. Is he starting a lap? I think he is, isn't he? I think most of these guys will be starting a lap, but I think it's Livingston going to be leading them out. So I think he will be the first one to cross the line, unless that Red Bull ahead of him. Who's that? Sargent?
Oh, Kelsey Breast. My goat.
Yeah, so it's going to be Ice Cream next across the line. Yeah, it's 5/10 between P1 and P2 at the moment. It's a big margin for these guys to make up. Ice Cream seems to be pushing on for another for the final lap here. As Magnussen retires from the session. I'm not sure if that was a crash or if he just wasn't improving. But here comes Ice Cream round the final corner, representing the Red Bull team once again this season.
Yeah,
what is it going to be for him? It's a 17. I didn't quite catch, but it's a 17 something. And
0.
P3 becomes P2 as Livingston moves up onto the front row. And who's that? Another AlphaTauri. I think that is... Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, Hannestad. He spun.
Oh, Hannestad. So he's not going to set his final lap.
Kosev's next.
Kosev currently P3. Can he put himself up onto the front row once again? Can he steal the pole position away from Kelsey Best? Thank you for the follow, Sar. And here he comes now up to the line. It isn't pole position, but it is the second row. He stays P3 as it stands. His teammate ducked to P7 as Haas moves Zervold up into P4. The final stage is a qualifying, and next is Nilsson coming into the pit lane actually, so it's going to be P11 for him. Is it Puthran or Martin first? It's Puthran, but he's invalidated. So
Luke Martin's also invalidated.
Martin's also invalidated. So
wow.
Worried.
Luke Martin P9. What's more disappointing, Luke Martin or Shrek 2? Who knows?
But here comes Heike. Now it's across the line. I think he's going to be the last person to do so in this session. And he puts up into P6. A good last lap from him there for the Aston Martin team. And that'll wrap up. Livingston already crossed the line. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that'll wrap up qualifying here in Imola for Tier 3. That was a good qualifying session, I'd say. But Livingston only a 10th off best in the end. I got a lot closer than I thought he was going to do. But we predicted it. We did say best on pole.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was in a practice session before this race, so I just knew he had the pace, really. That's all I'm saying. And he definitely got it from me once again.
Kelsey Preston. Oh dear. What do you mean P3, Kosev? You are P3, aren't you? Is that not you?
Maybe. Is he using the wrong number or not?
I'm not too sure.
I'll have a look. I'll have a look.
Check on the market, yeah. I've
Yeah,
got
I'm
to grab
going to.
screenshots of this. But there is your classification for...
Kosev should be number 55. I believe he
Okay.
was 60.
Yeah, he is 60. So, Kosev, in this, if you're on the stream still, between qualifying and the race, can you change your number for us? Thank you. What about Adolf? He has Pavic's number, does he?
Oh dear God.
Oh yeah, he does. Adolf in the Aston Martin. What's his number meant to be?
Wait, hang on. That's a good point. Whoever
What?
let Kosev pick 55 is a fool because Carlos Sainz is 55. So how was he meant to pick that? Jesus Christ.
Jeez Louise, guys, come on now.
I
Can't
bet it
blame
was
me
Luke
because I've
Martin.
been
I
inactive.
bet it was Luke Martin. Put my
Probably.
money on it.
This is what you mean. More disappointing than Shrek 2, mate.
Exactly. I've got no words to describe it.
Alrighty, we are gonna go and set up the new lobby. So we're back shortly.
Yes.
Hello, hello. We are back, and we are going to be getting this race underway very shortly. Last race, from what I remember, we didn't have a formation lap, so let's be ready to not have another one.
I don't think we do. I think Luke. Luke said in the briefing that we're not going to have one because he hasn't been able to test if they work yet or not.
Right.
Make sure you're watching because remember what happened in Bahrain. Just started instantly.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Who do you think's going to win this race? If not
The weather's
person,
looking
which
good, actually,
which
you know?
team? Which team? What? Sorry.
The weather's looking good. I don't think it's
The
going to.
weather is looking good. It is looking good. We will be able to
I mean,
get.
we could be wrong.
We will be able to get weather information up now because we got the overlay working as well. So.
Oh yeah.
Give us an idea of what's going to happen in this race.
I'm actually going to have to watch the stream so I can see the overlay. Can we ban Potts from the Twitch for saying "Let's go Merc" when he's a Williams driver? That's a disgrace. That. Why does he want Luke Martin to succeed? That's mental.
Absolutely chicken Oriental. But here we go. 5 red lights here in Imola. And they are out, and away we go. Kelsey Best's going to lead the pack away, but he's got to get around that weird start here in Imola where you got to turn left. There's contact at the back, front wings flying all over the place. Not too sure what's going on there. Kelsey Best now flying into turn 1 ahead of the pack. There's a Haas going wide onto the gravel. And there's big contact down. Ducks out of the session.
Iger's out.
I don't know what's going on the leaderboard either. What's happening here? Okay, I'm going to bring up the normal. Oh my god.
Sargent's just got a slam dunk 5-second time penalty.
There we go. Save the boards up now. Oh, Hiker and Ducker are both out of the session.
Oh wow. Luke Martin P10. And he's missing an end plate on his front wing.
Wow.
What more could you want to see the downfall of Luke Martin? This is fantastic. Week in, week out. I shouldn't say that because we know what happened last week.
But Kingma up into P3 as well. Good start from him. 3 places gained there. 10 places gained for Smith, who's now P9.
He's also missing a front wing though, Connor.
Okay.
So
the comeback kid is on the track. Someone Luke. Come on, Luke.
I've just realised I don't actually have any game volume for some reason.
You've only just realised.
I've only just realised. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. I've got it back. Okay, thank God.
So it's saying there's not going to be any rain. It's going to get a bit cloudy towards the end, but that's about it. So it's looking like we're going to be okay in terms of rain this race. And now we'll be able to get a bit more information up on some of these guys. Didn't mean to bring that up.
Potts is not wrong, saying stretching back a canny bit to call him a kid. He is a dinosaur, if you're talking about Luke Martin, which I'm pretty sure you are. Magnussen's just got a 5-second time penalty for a collision under the safety car with Puthran, I think.
Pavic isn't here to show up Luke today.
Wow, Puthran's getting held up big time in the pits. Jesus. He's phased through. Never mind.
Wow. Ice Cream got held up by his teammate as well.
Possible red flag, maybe?
Really?
I thought it had to be 3 DNFs in the first lap. Is it not?
I think so. It depends. If there's a vote,
Nah, it's just because Alex Fox Johnson's trying to cope because he knows that the two Mercs have been like absolutely hammered down the order. Got one word for Mr. Fox Johnson. It's cope.
Williams over Merck.
Someone's asked if they can see tyres.
Tyres.
Yeah.
There we are. In fact, do you prefer this one? There you go. That one's a bit nicer.
You're so generous.
You're welcome, everybody. So, interestingly though, a few people choosing the hard compound tyres as well. Even after making a pit stop, Puthran's back in the pits.
Who has actually stopped though?
We'll have a quick look at that. Puthran is
Look,
having a wing change.
Everyone from Smith downwards has made a stop.
Wow. Was that Puthran's first or second stop?
Second.
So he must have got winged damage under the safety car again.
Yeah, he got a 5-second time penalty for a collision, I think. Unless that was someone hitting him. Actually, no, it's only Magnussen with a penalty, so... This is some fantastic racing.
This is some great racing. I'm loving this.
This is what you were looking forward to. This was the banker.
Absolutely, mate.
Imagine you could do bets on ARL Tier 3 specifically. Can't you make like pools on Twitch?
Yeah, you can.
Can we start like a betting cult?
Hang on. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't let me do it on my phone. That's dead. I don't dare do it in Twitch chat or on Streamlabs because last time I did that, I think it was Season 3, Tier 3 season opener.
Just because I'm... Right, Alex Harris pipe down once again, right? Maybe I'm not old enough to gamble, but at least I'm not like 45, right? Like, you're halfway through your life, mate. Just relax. Don't overstress yourself. Potts is very correct in saying that the Tier 3 race is the jewel in the crown of Amethyst racing. Nothing gets better than this.
It doesn't. It genuinely doesn't. What happened to Duck? I don't really know.
It's a bit of a mess.
Him and Hiker just got evaporated at turn 2. That's all I can really say.
All I saw was a Haas going off and then there was just 2 people dead.
Yeah, like, did you get the weird camera angle, like, where they were coming towards you?
They were coming towards turn 3 and then I just saw nothing but, like, the lead 2 cars and then death behind. Oh, someone's redeemed a hydrate, and funnily enough, I've got a bottle of water in my hand, so...
So what if he's 30, bro is enjoying life, let him.
I think someone doesn't understand sarcasm.
I think we could have a pretty interesting scrap between Livingston and Best here, though. Both on the same tyre. Both
Is the safety
pushing
car
each other
coming
in
in
quali.
yet? Yeah, it's in this lap.
It's got to be in now,
As
surely.
I say that, yeah.
So, this could get interesting. 2 more hydrates coming in. 3 more hydrates.
3. Okay, right.
4.
4. Oh, this isn't funny.
5.
You are meant to save this for Luke Martin
6,
commentary at the
7.
end of the season when he gets drunk. Jesus!
8,
I want
9,
to...
10. Ooh, Best
Right,
could get a good restart here.
You commentate. I'll have to drink.
Yes, here we go once again under green flag running. As they fly down the straight, Livingston's going to be looking for the slipstream, but Best actually got a really good start here.
I'm 4 hydrates down.
There's a bit of movement going on towards the back. Ben Cassie looking for the move round the outside of the Haas of Zerveld. Doesn't quite find the room. Nelson has left the session. And side by side there from what looks like the Alpine.
I'm trying.
I'm trying to see if there's anything going on further around the back. Oh, there's a spun. Williams of Smith has lost it at turn 4 or 3, I think that is.
Yeah, 17 hydrates, and I've done 12 5 more to go.
I'll do a few more.
Ah. Jesus.
Oh,
my
there's a
stomach.
spun Aston Martin, I think that was. Or was that Nilsson? No, it was
Nilsson's
the
left
Aston Martin
second.
of Adolf. I think having a bit of contact there, and it looks like
I think Nilsson's left the session and his AI is driving around at the minute.
yeah, but I think there was contact with maybe Puthran. I'm not too sure. It doesn't look like there's any damage on the Aston Martin though, from what I can see. So he's going to
Bagel
continue
time's
on.
Bagel time is useless because Will Lightning does not commentate anymore. So
Yeah,
don't bother.
I don't know what you want to do with bagel time.
Right, okay, I've done all the hydrates and I feel sick. It's time to continue with commentary. Smith's got a 3-second time penalty.
Puthran's going to be looking for the move on Nilsson's AI down the straight. That's just embarrassing. The fact you have to overtake an AI like that. No bias here, by the way.
Honestly, it's just embarrassing being a Mercedes driver.
But that is Puthran up into P13 now. And
Magnussen's on the gravel. He's not anymore. Luke Martin 2.5 seconds off the back of Unfi. I always knew that Unfi had more pace than Luke Martin, but this is just proving it.
free or Merc such as much as
Williams just got a 1-3 and you are part of it the other day.
oh, off track there for Magnussen temporarily. Maybe struggling on those hards if he said he was in the gravel as well.
Oh, he specified it's tier 3, that's great.
Nilsson just tumbling down the order at the moment. Oh no, he's not. I think the Red Bull went a bit. I think the Red Bull went a bit deep on the chicane. Oh my god!
DRS has been enabled.
What a move that was from Adolf, even if it was an AI.
Smith is backwards again. I mean, this happened last week, and it's happening again this week. Were you ever in doubt?
And he's lost his entire front wing as well.
He's having a good race. He's really, really living up to Jeff Pavich's rules.
He needs to take some tips off his brother.
All he needs to do
and
is
cash out at turn 2.
he needs to. He didn't even make it a turn 2 in Bahrain though. Oh, no, that was Jeff. My bad.
Oh yeah.
No, but to be fair, right, Smith's technically performed better than Jeff when you think about it. Jeff didn't make it at the first corner.
No, he
Smith,
did. In Bahrain.
Did he?
Yeah. Jeff was in it, right? Like he was like a lap down, but he still was in the race.
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he? Wait, who was it that died straight away?
Magnussen, I think. Or was
No,
it
it wasn't
It's
Magnussen.
Hannestad. It's Hannestad.
Oh yeah, it was Hannestad. Oh no, Jeff just crashed on that one, didn't he? He didn't actually DNF.
I think so. Yeah.
Never mind, and Smith is not outperforming Jeff. It's just about equal. He's about to get lapped actually. So Kelsey Best has now lapped Smith on lap 8 of the race.
This could be a good fight here. As Sargent closing up to the back of not Rossi, who's still not changed his number. Who is that? Masic?
It's
Masic.
Masic,
Oh,
yes.
oh my God!
What's happened?
What was that? Was that the Williams coming out the pits?
I've missed something here.
The Williams was coming out the pit lane, and as he was doing that, oh!
What's happened now? Is that a Red Bull spun out?
Yeah. Basically, the Red Bull of Sargent that's just spun was going for the move down the straight, and as he pulled out right to overtake him, the Red Williams was right there going slow, coming out the pit lane. And very nearly a high-speed collision, but he just about avoided it. At least I think that was the Williams. I could be wrong.
I think that my timings are slightly incorrect because apparently Kosev is half a second behind Livingston, despite there being an enormous gap between them.
To me, it says 3 seconds.
Well, mine's stuck at 0.54, so I think Livingston is gaining on Best though, slightly.
I don't know. Last time I looked, it was 1.7. Now it's saying 2.1.
Last time I looked, it was 2, and now it says 1.7.
Ah.
So I'm not sure. Oh, F1, what a game. Oh, finally. Now I can see that Kursev's 3.5 behind.
Oh.
That's good.
Nick is trolling. Thank you for the follow. I believe you are a fellow supporter of the Luke Martin cause.
Has Luke Martin caused a pileup yet? I don't think he has. I don't think it was his fault.
Thank you,
For once.
Hyperior as well. Thank you for the follow.
Nick is
Come on,
trolling
guys.
his
If you're watching, you haven't followed.
What sort of
just
question is
go
that?
on.
Has Luke Martin ever won a race? Of course he has, unfortunately.
He did. He's won 2,
Has he?
I think. Austria and Netherlands, right? Oh.
Yeah, he won Netherlands last season because I wasn't there. That's why.
Or Remy Shields, I think that's how you say it. I don't know if I could be wrong. Thank you for the follow, though. Appreciate it. Not too much happening in this race. I think it's all kind of settling out a little bit, isn't it, here? As we head into the first third of the race being completed.
Best's gained more time on Livingston. This is things that I'm enjoying this.
Well, let's run on board with who is this? This is Magnussen. He's currently got a 3-second time, Benny, but he is on the hard compound tyres and the highest running hard compound tyre runner.
He actually got 8 seconds of penalty, not
Has
just
he?
3. Yep. He got a 5 second for a collision and another safety car and 3 seconds for
Ooh.
very short track limits.
Has he still got
was
that?
close. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. For me, it says 3 seconds, so.
Oh.
Bit
Well,
weird.
F1, what a game.
But then again, that could be the overlay. It
That's
doesn't-
true.
maybe
Yellow
isn't.
flag, who's off? Alpine? Is that... No. Is that the Williams of Smith? It is. Okay.
The
Wow.
overlay didn't even bother to show me that.
Yeah, can't be bothered with it. It's had enough. Oh wow, Smith has been lapped by every car on the grid.
Yeah.
He spun again. Oh dear.
Oh,
Nilsson's
Nelson's back.
He's coming back to make a comeback into the points. Yellow flag again. It's Smith. Never mind. He spun again.
3 days till I need to renew my Prime. Not sure if I'm going to renew it if this Geordie keeps commentating.
Let's get right. I'm telling you now. Let's see that Alex Harris and Max Housley said that.
Please
Harris.
get rid of this
Yeah,
more
exactly.
than benefit user under the
Need I say
name
any
of
more?
Swan.
Get back your care home, pensioner.
And Max is just on a team text-to-speech. Oh,
I
as
think
Matt
Matt Smith's
Martin
reported
going for a move on Humphrey. Oh, he gets squeezed out though. And now I might invite Hugo Magnussen to try and make the move on Luke Martin as we head into turn 4, but I don't think he's going to manage it. I think Luke Martin did. Yeah, Luke just. Yeah, he was trying to make the move, but he didn't quite have the space.
Smith spun round again. He's about to get lapped for the second time by Kelsey Best. There he goes.
Yeah, Max did a text speech and said, "Please get rid of this Northern Benefit user under the name Will Swan."
Well, that's not very nice, is it?
No.
I'd be more offended if I was
they
on
should have banned him.
Benefit. Yeah, that would just
Oh,
ban.
is that?
Max.
Is that Smith? Oh man.
Smith has spent the last 20 seconds sat at Agua Minerale doing nothing.
He's 2 minutes down on the last car in the field.
It's not his proudest moment.
Another 1.25 million damages. Wait, for who? Wasn't he a McLaren driver last season? Yeah, look how the mighty have fallen, mate. He wasn't this bad at McLaren. But here comes, who's this? Hannestad, now making the move into turn 1 on Kosev, who actually started P3 in this race. But I do believe made a pit stop, right? I think he
You'd
got
hope
maybe a
so.
little bit of caught up in that first lap.
Oh
no, he hasn't made a pit stop.
Oh! Spin! Hannestad.
There's Hannestad. After making the move on Kosev, I think there might have been a bit of contact. I'm not too sure. It could have been just a slight nudge of the
Just
rear
going to
end.
let you know, Connor, I believe Smith has just spun again. Oh, Nilsson's left the
Nelson's
section.
gone again.
Dear God.
It's not Nelson's day, nor is it not Smith's day.
Smith's in the gravel again.
Let's go back up to this little midfield battle that we saw before. Currently, Luke Martin has got past Dunphy and up into P6, and it looks like Magnussen still pushing on those hard compound tyres, to try and make the move on Unfi as well.
Smith has been lapped twice by the entire grid.
Okay, you can stop digging into him now, mate.
I'm not taking it. I'm just giving you updates.
These important updates. Speaking
It's
of
just-
important updates, Magnussen is tucking right under the rear wing of the Alpine of Unfi and might be looking to make the move here as we head into turn 1. Let's have a look here. Into the braking zone. Oh, side by side. Very good for them to keep that clean. But is that the Haas of Masic actually looking to make the move here into turn 4? Thinks better of it though. It's a very dangerous corner to make a move into.
Are both flashing.
Yeah.
I keep getting excited when I see a yellow flag in the top left, but then I remember I'm not saying anything because I don't want to lay into someone, according to you.
But all this battling is allowing Luke Martin to pull away a little bit. So Shrek 2
That's a shame.
could actually
Be less disappointing for once.
yeah.
Do you think this has anything to do with Luke Martin's relation to Freddie Mercury?
Maybe. Yeah, it could do actually. I don't know. Smith
Smith
has
retired. Smith
did
has.
he crash or did he retire?
Who? I think he's retired in the pit lane.
Okay. Yeah, I think
That's
he has.
respectful. Very good of him.
Let's just hope his car doesn't drive out the pit lane though. Oh, and there's a move brewing once again between Magnussen and Unfi. This time Magnussen opted for the inside line as he head into turn 1. Not enough space being left there, I wouldn't say, but he manages to keep it clean.
Yeah, once again, they're both flashing.
Yeah.
So they're both using up all the battery.
Masic will be licking his lips at this battle ahead of him. And
He's frothing out the mouth, mate.
and saving up his battery, ready to make an
my
attack. And he is
God.
making an attack as he'll go up the inside at Tosa. And it
Hang on.
looks like he's made that move stick.
think-
Has he? No, he
I
hasn't.
think Smith's car has come out of the pit lane.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's despawned. It's despawned.
Okay. Hang on. This might look really ugly for a second, everyone, but I'm just going to... There we go. Now you can see the track map as well. Beautiful. Oh, off track there for Magnussen. He's been struggling a bit with those hard tyres, I'd say. Seen him go off a few
Oh,
times.
Livingston's in the pits.
Livingston is into the pit lane.
He's going for the undercut. Although it is a 3.7 second gap, so I'll be amazed if he makes that work go by like 1
Good
lap.
stop though, 2.2 second stop onto the hard compound tyres. Ferrari doing something right for once. You'll see it.
It's a shame that that's just like the basic stop time, if you get it right in this game.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know, you can get like 2-second stops.
I've seen someone get a 1.8.
Yeah, I think that's mainly on
Oh,
career
who's off?
mode.
Is that Magnussen? Magnussen's in the gravel.
Oh no. Oh, as I just said that before as well.
Livingston's come out into traffic. No,
Oh,
Masic
Masic is out.
retired.
He's gone into the
He's just
wall,
went
he's just
wall.
lost it, I think.
Oh, this will be good for
Oh.
Livingston and Best. He can peel straight off into the pits.
Yeah. Wow. That mixes things up a little bit.
Nelson's just chose to go past the pit lane and not come in and try and risk putting the.
He's in AI,
Oh,
isn't he?
Magnussen's just got a drive-through penalty for speeding on the safety car. It's not gone well for him. Yeah, Best's coming into the pits as expected. This has worked out very well for him.
Yeah, it has.
And I'm not saying I'm buzzing about it, but
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty bad for Livingston. He could lose out a position or two here.
I'm not sure.
I don't know, man. Because he's going to have to go slow, and there's people...
That's true.
He could lose out a position here.
I think the safety car came out a bit too early on in the lap to benefit him.
Let's see. He was P2 in this race before the
Best
safety
coming
car
out.
came out. Best is already out the pit lane. But
It's going to be
is
tight.
anyone going to get ahead of him?
He's got to get out ahead of Zerveld.
Ooh, yeah, he does. He's ahead of the Haas, so he's back into P2. And I don't think, at first glance, maybe Poosfan's gained a few positions from this as it stands, but there could be a bit of swapping about to do in the pit lane still.
Luke Martin's going to be the lead medium runner for the second half of the race.
He is. He is. Yeah, Puthran's found his way back into the top 10. Maybe that's something to do with DNFs. I didn't quite keep
Yeah, he's
on his
also on the
progress.
mediums as well, so
And,
Mercedes should be quite quick.
Kosev made up a few positions within all that as well.
Although he did start third, so it's not exactly great.
And having quiet races, I'd say Zerveld, Kingma and Cassie all not been just kind of quietly getting on with it.
I didn't even realise that Cassie was in the top 5. Oh, Hannah-Star's just got a penalty under safety car for exceeding track limits.
Weird that Nelson's AI still doesn't bother coming in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a stroke of genius, really, from the AI.
Idiot co-com.
He needs to just wind his neck in, you know what I mean? Right, so should we have a quick look at the penalties?
Yeah, we can do. I'm trying to think if it's anything.
Magnusson still got that drive through. That is bad crack for him.
Bad crack, okay.
It's got Unfi on a 3 second, same as Sargent. The Aston Martin of Adolf, 5 seconds. And Hannestad's got 6 at the back.
You're right there, mate.
Who, me?
Yeah. bit sniffly.
Nah.
No?
Nah, not at all. Alex
These
Harris.
games were much
shut
more
up.
intelligent commentary when Connor was solo.
You can't be more intelligent than an AI, and Connor is an NPC. So
Exactly.
explain to me how I was meant to add any intelligence to this robot.
Ask me any fact, and I'll get it right.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that.
Exactly. Not on Wednesdays, he ain't.
He comes out with his shell.
Exactly. Just on Wednesdays. Best and Livingston are the only people not to change position in this race, and they're first and second.
That's cute. They're kind of like a couple. If you think about it. Right, I might quickly have to go and pray so that Luke Martin has the worst of luck on this restart.
Yeah, go
Safety
for
car in this lap. I'll make a quick prayer. Alright, that should be a good curse put down on him.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Potts gets it.
Well, once again, we'll ride on board with Livingston on this restart, so we can get a kind of gauge on the distance between these two once the restart gets underway. And it looks like Best is going to have it once again, maybe. Livingston's been caught napping for the second time. And oh my god, that is a big gap for a restart.
4.
So,
Tell you who else. Luke Martin has been caught with his trousers down.
oh no.
He's 1.1 seconds off the back of Cassie.
And there's a 2-second gap between the leaders already. And they've only just set off. But
Anyone
this,
with cool tyres.
yeah, let's see how these hard compound tyres treat these guys. They're going to have to take a few laps to get acquainted to them.
Pufran's right on the back of Unfi. As I say that, of course, he lost time. Oh, is that a move? Oh. I'm not sure if Magnussen tried to make a move up the inside of ice cream there.
Oh,
But he
it's
does
all
have a
kicking off
drive
back
through.
here.
Oh, Cassie's nearly spun there. Luke Martin's licking his lips now.
Waiting for an oopsie. But here goes Puthran trying to draw alongside the Alpine of 1 feet into the braking zone of Ravazza 1. There's contact and Puthran's been spun round. Very, very lucky for the guys at the back there to miss contact with Puthran's spinning Mercedes.
I'm not sure that's how you're meant to defend and move up the inside.
Oh, someone into the pit lane as well.
It's Magnussen to serve his
Magnussen.
drive-through.
Ah. Yeah, I'm not sure that is how you're meant to defend the inside. But either way, Magnussen into the pit lane and Puth went down to P13. Where he would have wanted.
Alex Harris, for the first time in his life, has said something factual in the Twitch chat. Is Kursev battling Luke Martin on a harder compound? I think he was.
Who's that, sorry?
I think Kursev and Luke were having a bit digs at each other.
Oof.
Okay, is Cassie going for the move there?
Cassie
He
is going for the move.
Oh, that's not great.
And that's invited Luke Martin up the inside.
Oh, for God's sake.
Through goes Luke Martin!
Oh, pack that in. Oh, Kingman's had a moment through the chicane there as well. Is the DRS enabled yet? Because Luke's going to be buzzing if it is.
I think it should be this lap. Ben Cassie trying to defend his position to Kelly and Kosev, but Kosev flies it around the outside of him and up into P6 for the Alfa Romeo. And this could be. You know what, Luke Martin's in for a good shot here on the softer compound tyres.
I just don't want to hear you say that.
He's done it again. He did it in Bahrain. He's looking to do it again here.
I need everyone to use the mic. Oh, yellow flags. Is that an Aston Martin off? Adolph's off.
Yeah, Adolf is off the track.
Is that an Alfa Romeo off as well? Kursev spun.
Oh. After just moving up into P6. He spun off and Cassie back through. And both Red Bulls into the points as well.
I think that's the first W for them that we've seen all season. Then again, it is only round 2.
What does Luke Martin and George Russell have in common? They're both top 5 boys.
Sargent just picked up another 3 seconds. See, he may be in the points, but he does have 6 seconds of penalties. To be out of his time.
True.
Ice Cream, however, does not, so he's looking quite good. And Zerveld's just... Has he lost? Zerveld's nearly lost DRS to Livingston there, but I think he's kept it.
Yeah, and Livingston doesn't seem to have the pace of Best.
Oh, Zerveld doesn't have the DRS down the straight.
Yeah, he doesn't. But I think the closest battle we have going on maybe is Unfi and Ben Cassie as they come down into turn 1.
Oh, he's went heavy on the anchors in turn 1. He's made it work though.
He has made it work. That was a great send down the inside. It's paid off for him. As I think, who's that? Is that Hannestad? Hannestad and Puthran both closing up onto the back of the Red Bulls now. And we'll be looking to take some points away.
Right on. Oh, I think Hannestad might have just clipped the back of the Red Bull. And Puthran's got the traction. He's got past them.
He has. Puthran up now into the points once again. He's not giving up this race.
Luke Martin's losing time to Kingma in front on the hards. Fantastic. I know he's going to watch this all back, so I'm sorry, Luke. I love you. But I don't on Wednesday nights. Why is no one scrapping? There's got to be some daft battles going on somewhere. It's tier 3. You know, Zervel's got 3 seconds.
Luke Martin has closed up to the back of Kingma though.
He's deploying the RS as well. He's got about 20% to use up. I think he's going to get past.
He's going to get past it. Easily. And he's going to be well clear into turn 1.
And Zerveld has 3 seconds in front, so he doesn't even need to make the move to get onto the podium.
Wow. Once again, Luke Martin just appearing out of nowhere. And
Ice Cream's just moved past Cassie. What's wrong with Cassie? I thought he had more pace than this.
Yeah, I think he's lost a good chunk of time there, so he could have had a mistake.
Maybe.
But the Alpines have crept the way up into P5 and P6 as well.
Unfi does have 3 seconds though. Yeah. Do you remember? And I think that'll drop him down to about P10.
Still, Kingma's having a very strong race. Just been overtaken from Luke Martin.
Sargent went off and Puthran's going through. Puthran's up into P9 now.
Oh! Oh,
He's had some terrible luck. I've got sympathy for one Mercedes, but not the other.
wow.
That's
It's like
not.
one step forward and two steps back every time. Man.
Why is Nilsson's AI not realizing that he tried to let him through? Oh dear.
Wow. I don't really know what to say on that.
Oh, Magnussen's
Adolf
retirement.
is out.
Yeah, Magnussen's trying to make the move on Pufran. Pufran's defended up the inside quite well.
Let's see what's happened to Adolf here. It
I
looks like
think
he's
he's
just
just
lost
on the
it
exit.
into the wall.
Kursev 3 seconds at the back. Magnussen's going to get past you. He's got a DRS.
Yeah, Magnussen is past. I mean, he's on the fresh tyres, remember? He pitted not long ago.
True.
Oh, no, he didn't. He did his
No, he
drive through.
he got a drive through, yeah.
Never mind.
I think Kursev is on fresh tyres though, but he's 33 seconds off the back. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Is that for Hannestad? Hannestad spun at turn 4. Not turn 4. Christ. Like turn. What even? That's like turn 6. Something. Is it?
Turn 7, I think. Tosa.
7.
Just call it Tosa.
Yeah. I don't know Imola very well. My bad.
I know the corner names. I don't know... What is it? I don't know the numbers.
I just know mineral water.
Mineral water, yeah. I bet he's raging. Anyway, let's head back up to the midfield, where currently, who's this? Ice cream.
Sorry, that the chat just really made us giggle there when I read more timeouts in this match than a preschool's naughty corner.
What?
And can tell you're Luke's mates, and mate is a strong word. I wouldn't be mates with Luke Martin either. It's like a block of people who just have penalties in the middle of the field.
Good battle going on here between Cassie and Umphy. Trying to find his way around the outside is Umphy here, but the Ferrari defends him off pretty well.
That's nearly ended in tears.
I nearly did.
Pufran making a move on Magnussen, is he? Or is Magnussen... I think Magnussen's made a mistake because he's lost about a second.
Nilsson on 23 lap old hards.
AI very good.
Seems like he's had some connection issues or something today.
Magnussen's nearly just lost it. His rear tyres must be pretty hot, I'd imagine.
Pretty spicy. Luke Martin is apparently in DRS range.
Is the rear wing open? No.
Ah. Maybe not then.
Unfi's getting the rear wing open though. He's looking good for a move.
Can't even find him. There he is.
Never mind, he's way too far back. I think I might be smoking something.
Oh, he's gone a bit deep into turn 1, but he manages to keep it together.
Heavy on the anchors, you could say.
Yeah.
Wait, Livingston's 4 tenths behind Best. What's happened? The gap was like 4 seconds. Now it's 2 tenths.
Oh wow. Oh wow. This could get spicy here.
Surely Best's made a mistake there.
Maybe. I think we're about to find out what the...
If Livingston comes in first, he will win this race. Unfish's got another 3-second time penalty. It's not going well for him penalty-wise. Oh, Potts, thank you so much. God. I can't thank you enough. You just need to read the chat to understand.
I still don't get it.
Oh, dear God. I don't know if Livingston's close enough to make a move. Plus, I'm pretty sure Best will have plenty of ERS.
I don't think he will be, but... Tell you what though, I think... I mean, I'm not going to say this actually, because I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, if you're going to jinx something, just don't even bother.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother.
Best's got about half his battery left to defend with, and Livingston's right on the edge of flashing. So... if Best can just get the confidence back that he had before, he must have made a mistake then. I'm sure he'll break away. Especially if he pushes with a bit of battery. Luke Martin's lost time to Zerveld somehow. He's on a fresher compound and he's still taking L's. Not fresher compound, sorry, softer.
Softer compound, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone was getting absolutely. I think it might have been Duck that was getting absolutely clowned on in a practice session for saying that. Or I could just be totally wrong. Could have been Jeff in tier 1. Anyways, Livingston's 3/10 off the back.
I've just realised whoever set up the names on this overlay has put Zachary Livingston.
Yep, they have. Max Housley's made a good suggestion for once in his life because he's usually absolutely useless. He's just said, Zervel to take out Luke Martin part 2. And we know what sort of language got thrown about last time.
Oh, wow.
Things I won't be repeating, but if it happens again, I will be on the floor laughing.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the tyre advantage here. What's best tyres on? 26, 28 on the fronts versus 32, 34 for Livingston. It's quite a big difference. But still, Livingston's not really falling off. But it's quite hard to lose someone around Imola because he's just got that massive DRS straight to drag him all the way back up again. Can I check Martin's tyres? Sure, why not? Oh.
Kingma's just got 3 seconds, but it doesn't really matter because he's got a 6-second gap that I stream anyway.
Are not too good.
What they're looking like?
High 30s, low 40s for the Riz.
That's very funny.
5 laps to go, and the battle for the lead is still less than a second. And DRS is assisting Livingston on down the straight once again. It looked like Best maybe went a bit deep into turn 1 there as well.
Has Luke Martin made a mistake because he's just been overtaken by Kingma? Or was he just already close enough?
I don't know.
Although there's still, because of penalties, Luke Martin is still technically P3. So he's still on the podium.
Livingston seems to be faster, maybe through sector 2.
I think Best's using quite a low downforce setup. By that, I know fine well he is because he's using my setup. So I think it's going to be really hard for Livingston. Korsev's just got fast lap. I think it's going to be really hard for Livingston to make the move down the straight because of Best's high top speeds.
Big snap though for Best, I think, on the exit of the chicane. This could be Livingston's opportunity here. He's using a bit of overtake as he heads down the straight. DRS active once again. This is the closest he's been. If there's an opportunity going to arise for him, it's going to be now. But yeah, like you say, Best just has that top speed advantage, I think. And Livingston didn't use a lot of DRS there either.
Kingma's just set the fastest lap on hards. I don't know how old, I'm going to have a look now. 13 lap old hards, he's just set the fastest lap on compared to Korsev's 7 lap old mediums that previously had the fastest lap. What was he cooking?
Kingma goated.
Although he's just locked up in the turn. Tosa, we'll call it that.
Oh, Livingston. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's happened? I missed it.
I thought he was about to be going into a wall at a very high speed there, but he recovered it somehow.
I think something to mention. Ice Cream in P6 with 3 pit stops in this race. That's not bad.
But wow, that was a sketchy moment for Livingston there. But he did lose about a second up into that as well.
He hasn't lost the DRS though.
You sure?
No, he's 8/10 behind according to my...
Let's see.
Well, we'll see if the rear wing comes open.
Yes, he has. He has got DRS. Somehow he's kept within that. That was a big snap.
Way too far back to be thinking about a move though.
Puthering could get a point. Could he? 9 seconds. Yeah, he could. He could.
What's the penalty?
9 seconds for Hammerstead.
I mean, he has to catch about 2.5 seconds a lap. So...
Let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's 15 seconds now for me.
Still says 13.4 for me. So. I believe. Luke Martin is in danger of falling out of the 3-second gap from both Zerveld and Kingma. So you could actually finish P5 despite the two in front having penalties.
No, he's not. He's right up. Kingma's
Oh no, sorry. I just meant Zerveld, not
just
Kingma as well. Yeah, because he's currently 3 seconds away from Zerveld now. So
Ooh.
hopefully Kingma can do a job and hold Luke Martin up. Keep him off the podium. I don't want to give him an interview. Oh, he's not going to do it. Wow.
You've jinxed that one, mate. That's the
Bollocks.
commentator's curse right there.
That's not what we want to see at all.
Well done. You've just handed Luke Martin the chance of a podium. Well done.
Right,
Will
come
Swan.
on, Zerveld, get going. Actually, I shouldn't say that. He's going to spin now. Sargent's 2/10 off the back. Sargent's going to make a move in turn 1 on Unfi. He's up into P8 now. Is he?
Oof, that was close. That was very, very close. I'm nearly hitting the back of the Red Bull, but a very clean read indeed.
Seconds. Quite a lot of penalties in this race.
I don't really want to take my eyes off these two. Livingston's got some good pace at this point in the race. I think he's more comfortable on the hards than Best is.
I just don't think he can. It's the middle sector where he's gaining all the time, and then he loses it all again in the third sector because of the straight line speed. It is close though.
Let's see.
He's quite close this time.
He is quite close, but he's not got a lot of ERS. I think he used some for the middle sector.
Best has 30% ERS to use on the last lap of the race.
Yeah, as who's that? Kosev, who's got a P3 in this race. He's getting lapped.
It's looking good for Best now. If he can keep it together for the last lap, there's no DRS. So he should win the race. But we know what happened last week with Best. So we're not speaking anything.
Just
any words.
Shut up, man.
Magnussen's 3/10 off the back of Puthran going onto the DRS straight. Maybe he'll make a move, but he does have 3 seconds. Magnussen's too far back. Oh, please don't spin on the chicane. Yes.
He's kept it together.
Bring it home, Kelsey.
2 more corners to go.
Mr. Breast.
Oh no, wait, what's this slow car ahead?
It's
it's his teammate, is there?
No.
Please, God, no. Okay. I think we're okay. Kelsey Best is going to win here in Imola. And Livingston going to be finishing a very respectable P2. What's that?
Nilsson's AI has been disqualified for failure of using 2 compounds.
Wow, we got robbed there.
Martin did not finish on the podium.
Luke Martin did not finish on the podium.
Yes.
Kingma looks like he has brought it home P5. Ice Cream P6. P7 for Cassie. Sargent drops down to P9 as Umphy crosses the line. Oh, someone went flying across the track there.
Okay. Yep. I don't think Puthran's not going to get any points, despite winning. He did win last week, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah, I'd say so.
I think he did, yeah.
But yeah, P11 for Puthran and Hannesad rounding out the top 10s, alright. I mean, it was a pretty interesting race. There's some dead parts, but it definitely...
Kelsey Best, Doug. Don't give that man driver of the day. You're joking, though. According to this game, which is very untrue, Luke Martin is your driver of the day. But we all know that's not factual, because it was definitely Kelsey Best.
Oh, man. Well... There he is, the man of the hour. It was David Ducker until turn 2. But now it's Kelsey Best.
It was a good race for Zerveld as well, going from P7 onto the podium.
Yeah, what a great race. Proving the Season 4 champion still here.
He wasn't there last season, though.
Okay, mid.
Some of that goat was busy winning. Don't know who.
Some other guy. Alrighty. I know the podium celebrations look cool, but I need to get the
You got
results.
your yeah. You need to get your screenshots. I think I need a commentate as a toilet break.
Yeah,
So
same. You
I'm
go.
yeah. I'm gonna have to go. You know what? I'll go and join the live. Actually, I can't until you start it. Can I?
I think you can. I think you can go in the audience anyway.
I'll right. I'll try. I'll go in the audience.
Alright, let me just grab these results and then we are good to start the interviews. Okay. Right, let me set this up. There we go. Right. So, if any of the drivers are in the stream, come hop up into live on airbox and we'll do your interviews. Okie dokie, let's get it started then. First person we'll bring up is the man of the hour, Mr. Kelsey Best. Get up here, mate. Welcome. I mean, first of all, very very nearly Grand Slam, but what a drive! What a drive! I don't know if you were just feeling it here in Imola or what, but that was a great performance. Do you want to talk us through some of your race?
Yeah, this is one of those tracks I just really like driving. You kind of get the feeling of just getting in a groove and time passes without you even realizing it. So yeah, yeah, it was a good race. I was debating whether or not to start on hards or mediums, and decided to go with the mediums, just thinking there'd be a safety car, and that part of it worked out. Um, and then yeah, it was just trying to run clean to the end, not making mistakes. I did make a mistake, and um, I'll let Satellite get into the DRS, and so we had a good race there till the end. But yeah, I think with the setup, I was probably good to cover him. There's not many chances to overtake here, except for the straight, and I think running a little bit lower downforce than he was, it seemed.
Yeah, well,
So yeah, it was a good race.
I've got a question to ask. Um, how did your setup feel?
there we
Yeah,
go.
it was good. I mean, on the hards, it didn't feel as good as on the mediums. On the mediums, I just kind of felt like I was flying. But with the safety car when it came, that was the right way to go. So
Yeah, it just seemed like when Livingston was getting close to you, that the top speed of your setup was really working, even when he had the DRS.
yeah, yeah, definitely, and yeah, it's a good way to go here. But yeah, you're constantly under pressure because they just catch up pretty much in sectors 2 and 3 the whole time. So
Yeah, because
yeah,
we definitely noticed like there was a bit of like advantage on Livingston's end through sector 2, and then you just won't have a chance down the straights. Even there on the last lap, depleted all his ERS just to try and get close, but just nothing uh, came about. But really well managed, really well controlled, and a very good race win. I don't even know what the next track is. Is it Portimao? I think it is, right?
Yeah, it is. It's Portimao.
So how are you feeling for that? You feeling confident there? You feeling as
um,
confident as you are in Imola?
no, I mean I haven't run it as much, which most people haven't, I don't think. But I do like it. It's a very flowy track. So yeah, you got to get some practice in to get an idea for the flow. It
Mm.
doesn't make for great racing, I don't think. Just because you're almost in a corner the whole time. So overtaking and things like that are a bit hard, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. It is wide, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, yeah. Well, I gotta say, what a drive, and well, thank you as a team principal, I guess. So
Yeah, bring home more points for the boys. We'd love to see that.
yeah, lovely, lovely stuff. Unfortunately, Nilsson, I think, had some connection issues. It nearly cost
Yeah.
you on the last lap.
I was very nervous.
So were we.
I,
But
yeah, it looked like he was going to slow down or the AI was going to slow down, and then it didn't. And I just tried to go all the way to the edge of the track and hope he didn't try to run right into me.
well, very well done, and I'll speak to you soon, mate.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Alrighty. Well, P2. Let's get P2 up here, Mr. Zachary Livingston, as you are on the overlay.
The man who learned everything from me last season.
That's him. How are
Not
we
enough
doing,
to
mate?
get a race win there. I'm good, mate. How are you?
Well, I mean, I'm good, thanks. And
Yeah, over them, Kelsey Best, my goat.
I mean, it looked like it was on for you in those final few laps, but I think the setup maybe
Yeah.
held you back a little bit.
Yeah, I think it did.
Also, I got to commend you on your save through that uphill left-hander,
Oh,
because that
thank
was one of those sketchy ones where you didn't really know what was going to happen because you just I imagine the car was just gliding over the track.
you.
But very well done. I think you lost only a few tenths because of that as well. So
Yeah.
kept you in the fight. But do you want to walk us through a bit of your race? I mean, we know you nearly got a bit of bad luck with the safety car, but it just about
Oh,
kept you in
yeah.
P2.
Yeah, I went for the undercut on Kelsey. But it's literally the next lap. I think it was Masic crashed, and then yeah, I just got kind of. At least I didn't lose any positions. I obviously didn't lose time to Best either, but I think that was just a bit bad luck, to be honest. But yeah. And then like towards the end when Best made his mistake, I thought, oh, maybe I can get him back, but it was just not to be. I guess I was just had no like straight line speed because my wings were way too high. But yeah.
Yeah, and another thing is the safety car restarts. I mean, the first one didn't go brilliant, but the second one was. I mean, I think you
It was
lost
very
about 2 seconds in the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
restart.
I was just not paying attention. I'm not gonna lie. I should have been more on it, but I really wasn't. But
Well,
yeah,
I think you and Best, other than your pit stop, I think you and Best were 1-2 the entire race basically.
yeah, yeah.
So it shows you both had great consistency out there, and I mean only a few mistakes from both of you as well. I think,
Yeah.
you're one at the top of the hill, and whatever Best made for you to catch up are the only
Yeah,
mistakes really
I think it was through the Tosa. I think
through
through the
Tosa.
hairpin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, another great race. I remember speaking to you last week and commending you on that race as well. So yeah, another good one. Go on.
Does
Yeah,
this
thank you.
move you up
Yeah,
to the top
I'm
of the
P1. Yeah,
championship?
P1 in the championship. Yeah, I think I should be. Because I think Spiky finished outside the points.
Yeah,
So
you
I
did. I
don't-
think you finished P11. So
yeah. Hopefully I'm P1. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll see. And
Yeah.
if you are, congratulations. But you've got
Thank
to
you.
keep it for another 12 rounds, is it? We got. So.
yep. And also, if you are, just know that Kelsey Best is coming for you.
No, but
All right, thank you
congrats, mate.
guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll speak to you next week.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully. I see that.
Cheers, mate. All right, P3, Sebastian Zerval, is he here? Yes, he is. Hello,
Hello.
welcome up, and congrats on the podium.
Thank you.
What was it, P7 on the grid, right?
Yeah, P7 after grid place penalty.
Yeah, and fighting your way back up into P3. How did it feel? Was it a tough race?
I don't know what happened, but at the end, I set my fastest laps of the whole race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did
it
have
was-
that
yeah.
3 seconds.
Yeah, I had no pace the whole time, and then out of nowhere, I just.
I'm assuming that's what must have like made you finish above Luke Martin despite having a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, like in the last 5 laps or something, I just pulled away.
Well, it was a great drive from you. And do you want to talk us through any standout moments of the race?
Definitely turn 1, lap 1.
I can imagine. How
I-
many,
yeah,
how many
I-
did
I
you
had-
gain in positions from that?
I had some luck. Someone pushed me onto the gravel, and then
Oh,
I just went really slow onto the gravel because I thought, yeah, maybe people passing me, and then everybody crashed. So I just got back on track, and I was P5 or something.
yeah, we did notice the Haas going wide before the carnage
Yeah.
happens, but no, I mean it's somehow it goes. But I got you into P5, and then you fought your way through up into P3, and eventually finished on the podium. Yeah, I mean, the for you, like for likes of you and well, until the final stages, like Alcatraz and a few others, there wasn't really much to say about you because you were just quietly getting on with it and putting in the lap times. And I mean, it definitely paid off. I mean, what was the pressure like from Martin? Was he pushing you
Oh
to
my
go?
god. At the beginning, I just saw Martin coming up on my screen and I thought, oh shit, he's on mediums. And then he was like in the DRS and then out of nowhere, he just dropped out of it and then he fought with Alcatraz and then that's what happened and I just did my thing in the race.
Fair enough. And how are you feeling for Portimao?
I don't know. It's there's one corner, I think that's when you go after the right-hander, then that corner is just it's not good for me because I spin all the time. I think you guys know that, and then oh, it's a dangerous corner, man. It's dangerous. I
Well,
almost spun 2 times right here. It's yeah,
well, get practicing, and
yeah.
we'll see how it goes next week. But thank you for hopping up here, mate, and congrats on the podium.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Cheers, mate. All right, we'll do 2 more.
I think Luke wants to come up, and I think Fox Johnson says he's going to do booth runs for him, so we can get both of the Mercs up if you want.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Alrighty. Well, first of all, two in a row, Luke, for you, just coming out of nowhere.
I got wing damage again, this time not by my hand.
Well, let's start with your race then. Damage for you and Puthran, right, on the first lap
I believe so, yeah.
in turn 1, and well, talk us through that. How did that occur? Is it? Can you not really remember?
I went for a gap and it wasn't there. There was a dead car and a dead car either side, and I tried to thread the needle, and the needle wasn't threadable as the dead cars moved closer together, and I was a bit in no man's land. I got a naff start. Umphy jumped me at the start, and I just didn't like the track. I was complaining the whole time, and
not
the mediums faded towards the end, so I watched Zervo go from 1.5 to 4 seconds, and
I think it was 3.8.
it was 4 seconds at one point. Just
Was it? Christ. You really are washed.
the mediums just didn't have the life that I wanted in them.
I mean, yeah, it's very nearly a podium, but even still, P4 is another great result. Were you P4 last week, or was it P5?
P5 last
P5.
week, P4 this week. But thankfully, Portimao, I'm actually quite enjoying.
Well, that's good. So you're looking forward to that race?
I mean, I'm still not going to be as fast. Livingston and Best are just rapid this season.
Well, I mean,
They were up at last season as well.
get practice.
Yeah, but I was on get practice. How about you do some work then?
Oi, oi. Someone's not happy. Oh, what's that?
Don't know what
Kosev
that
has
was.
gifted a sub. Thank you very much.
Oh, I hate
Cry
them when
more,
I'm
Cope.
passion.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Alex, do you want to go through Peter's race?
Of course.
I mean, I said in the stream it was a bit like it was 1 step forward and 2 steps back every time he went to try and make a move. He just seemed to be very unlucky out there, but I'm sure you'll provide us a bit of insight.
Yeah, it was honestly a bit like my race in Tier 1. Anytime he went for a move or he started to gain, something bad happened, and like you said, it was 1 step forward, 2 steps back for him. At the start of the race, a bit like Luke, he got damage, and then the game decided not to repair his damage,
Wow.
so he had to pit again. Which put him right at the back. He managed to claw his way back, but an instant with, I believe it was Umphy, just set him back a bit more, and from there it was just damage limitation, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, he still had great pace compared to the guys around him, and he tried to recover a few times, but I think eventually it just got to the point where it's kind of unrecoverable for him. But yeah, unlucky for him. Has he said anything about Portimao? Is he looking forward to it? Is it a track that he feels good around?
No, I know that it's not a confident track for him. He doesn't really feel comfortable around it. And I think it's the same for a lot of people. It's a very difficult track to get right. Of course, I mean he didn't actually have a setup on today. He forgot to set that, so he was at a massive disadvantage. But yeah, I mean, hopefully next week he can try something new, get another race win, and yeah.
Yeah, well, unlucky race for him today. And Luke, as much as you might not think it, a good race from you. To much to the annoyance of Will.
I would disagree.
I
But,
know my race got compared to Shrek 2.
Well, thank you boys for coming up here, and
Thank you for having me.
we'll speak
Cheers.
next week. Alrighty. Right, everyone put their hands down. We're gonna do one more interview. Everyone put their hands down. Right. Now, everyone put their hands up. Okay, there you go. Aldorf won. Elman's to anyone else.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you see that coming or not?
Does he want his team principal?
Yes, I did, and I want Beck Williams up here.
Yeah, he wants his team principal.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Right, lads.
So,
Welcome.
Hello.
Well, first of all, I guess we'll start with qualifying. And Mick Williams, do you want to give us an insight on Hiker's race as well, if possible?
I mean, it's hard to provide a summary for big terms.
yeah, but I mean, what you can.
Um,
Well, we'll start with Adolf, since he got to the checkered flag.
I basically
no, you didn't.
Qualifying, I spun and wrecked the car, so that's unfortunate. Started P16.
you had a lovely start, in fairness to him.
Got a mega start, got to P8 when the safety car came out.
Yeah.
Safety car ended. Got killed by Unfi. Had to do a recovery drive. Safety car came out again. I pitted for hearts. Got killed by ice cream. And then I DNF'd. That's basically my race summarized.
Wow. And how are you feeling for Portimao? Is it a track you like, or?
I haven't driven Portimao on the new cars, so I can't tell you.
Oh, that bodes well. Well, you got a week to practice anyway.
Yeah.
And Mick Williams, I mean, first of all, what's your opinion on the race as a team principal?
It was, in my opinion, that should have been a red flag off the start. There was just a lot of carnage, and it was just kind of a bit dead. I think
A bit
I can't really find a better
Imola.
way to put it. It's just
Imola.
wasn't. It was Imola, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think, with that massive shunt that Hiker got involved in at the start, that took him and Duck out, gave half the grid wing damage. It was really damaging to a lot of people's races, and I just think it would have been more constructive to everybody involved that had there just been a restart, but you kind of have to just take this on the chin and just move on. I said before in the intermission when Rasmussen was talking about predictions, I said Hiker top 5. I was eating my heart out at turn 3. But yeah, ultimately a double DNF isn't exactly what we're striving for. So we definitely have a lot of work to do, but that's what I'm here for. Hopefully.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a long season. Still plenty of time to recover. And
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, we'll move on to what you can tell us about Hiker's weekend. Good quality from him.
He's quick. He seems quick lad. Obviously, I haven't known him for a very long time, but he seems very promising in terms of pace. Getting what was it, P6 in Bahrain when I think he spun out like lap 1 or something. He's a quick driver, and I know he's smart. He just today suffered from a lot of hard luck. I think he could have been potentially in a running for that podium. Obviously with that 3 second for Zerveld, anything could have happened. But ultimately we just kind of I've just told them, just take it on the chin, move on. There's still 12 more races, 4 more sprint races as well. Lots more opportunities to get good points in. just kind of have to move on.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, it was a good quali from him, and it was like a last lap kind of wondering quali from what I remember. It was
Yeah,
just like
when I
right at
saw
the
he
dead of
spun in his second run, I was terrified.
yeah, and I've not quite seen what happened at turn 2 or turn 3, whatever it was.
From my understanding, that Haas that went wide,
Yeah, killed him.
caused like a massive like domino effect
Ah,
through the apex of turn 3. Yeah.
well, I'm
He was-
sorry, guys, that the weekend didn't go your way, but on to Portimao, I guess, and I wish you luck for next week,
Thank you
and
very much.
thank you for hopping up here.
Also,
Mate,
I want to say one more thing.
Say
K-Best the goat
He is the
True.
goat.
of Amethyst, winning in every single season across all 3 tiers. Love him.
Alrighty, well, do you want to say something, Adolf?
He was actually asking if ghosting is gonna get turned on so that doesn't happen again. What happened at Imola?
If ghosting was going to get turned on,
Yeah, because like
maybe.
mitigating the chaos.
Have you made a suggestion on it?
Yeah, but we're here for the chaos, though. That's the fun part.
Yeah, that is quite fun.
Swan, I was speaking to Radcliffe.
That's not very nice.
Have you made a suggestion?
So
in the suggestion?
shush. Know your place. Speak when spoken. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'll calm down.
I'll bring up the championship
Well,
last
due
season.
to that attitude, I don't think we should do it anymore.
I mean, Swan, you could bring up the championship. That's like putting Real Madrid against the local Spanish third division team. Like, it's not fair, is it really?
Okay,
Need to
make
be
a
honest.
suggestion on it. I want to go have food.
Okay,
So,
make us a shit.
alrighty. Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Do you want to say anything, Swan? That isn't directed at Adolf?
I'm not sure now.
Well,
I scored 170 more points than him last season,
Okay.
so
brilliant.
enough said.
Well done. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back on Friday for the first sprint race of the season at Portimao, and that'll be 7 p.m. GMT, Tier 1, and it'll be hosted by the washed legend Luke Martin.
Not the goat.
But yeah, join us then, and